Good day to you, brothers and sisters. Evening, day, morning, whatever it is. It's just now. Alive dwelling in the garden, Saigon. It's now. Today's, or this evening's shoot, The Soul's Dark Nights. It's dark. Cycles of Rebirth. Well, let's just let that sit for a bit. See, I'm hanging out with the plants now. Feel calm, peaceful. Had a nice meal. Vegetable biryani, Indian food. 1 egg and a garlic naan. Yeah, and went for a 40-minute walk. In the morning, went for a hour and a half walk, bought fruit and vegetables. Then, what did I do? Yeah, I went and played badminton for an hour and a half. After that, I went to have a nice massage from the Blind People Association of Saigon. An hour. Rub, man. Feeling good. Feeling balanced. Yeah, so that's been my day. Among a few other things, but relaxing things. So 3-4 hours, 5 hours of just relaxing, enjoying. Because today is Saturday, I think. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. Yeah, they call me Rodney. I think I said that. It doesn't matter. It's just a tag. So the turtle time. It's turtle time. The turtle and the stick man. They're telling me to get on the ball. So I'm the middleman. I'm delivering the message in form. They give me the hints, tell me when to do it, and I do it. Yeah, so let's figure this out. Dark Nights of the Soul. Now, to get an idea of what this means is that if we want to consider there's a past, in the past, your lives and behaviors. So you have different behaviors or different lives, maybe 10,000 years ago, but whatever, it can be a little confusing to figure this out, but because you're eternal, it's comes whipping back around again. So let's just say here's the monad, the all, the nothing, and so you or me or whomever as a individualized being or soul have had experiences, and it's like space. You get the external world, which you shouldn't use, but anyway, the external world, they have planets looping around every certain amount of so-called time. A meteorite every thousands of years comes flying by. So anyway, as a storyline, metaphor, or whatever, it's the same thing, because the external world is just you pushed out. So those spinning balls or whatever spinning things out in space, or the alignment of 7 planets, is actually you in the externalized world. In my opinion, I don't know, that's what That's what the stick man told me in the Turtle Express. So, I'm just relaying the message. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. So these little loops have a duration. How long does it take? What's the pattern? What is the cycle? So maybe you have a very little one, a minor one you don't know, or you're unaware of. Maybe it's a flinch, a twitch. Maybe an eye, boop, boop, boop. Maybe you have another one, maybe it's, I don't know, a habit you have, or wake up at 3 a.m. or something for some reason. Why do you do it? Or, it's an unlimited number of possibilities. But as you continue your so-called life, these things that don't get resolved will get bigger and bigger, because you haven't discarded it or integrated it. So when is that going to happen? So what needs to be done is the dissolution of this behavior or idea or whatever it may be. Dissolution means just to it's like take clothes off, the layers off of that situation or that condition, and let it go, in a sense. So you discard certain things and you integrate back into a new being, so you expand from that. So there are three ideas here. You can accept, reject, or be indifferent. Now again, you have to be very careful of what you're doing here. So these these situations that come around, they'll get bigger and bigger over your lifetime, because you're unaware of the mechanics, or the when it's happening, why it's happening, what's behind that. You haven't dug deep into where it's coming from. However, over time, when you start to catch this thing that's happening, maybe it's a specific date because of a trauma in your childhood or something, or from a relative, or one of your past lives. But it usually happens at a certain month, in a certain time, so-called time, and it repeats itself. And you do something in that time, and you get a result. Now, of course, it could be good or, so-called good or bad, but most likely, if we're talking in the physical man's world, there might be some negativity or something that comes about. So the question is, do you want to keep repeating it? If you're aware, now finally you're catching your own awareness that this comes around every, let's say, 7 months, 7 years, whatever. 49 years, I don't know, whatever, the cycle. If you're aware it's coming, then you can then take steps to deal with it. Acknowledge it. I don't know if you want to reject it or be indifferent, because it's going to keep coming back. So if you know it's going to repeat, and you know it's there, then you take that thing and analyze it from away. Don't get it from afar, and you observe it and get an understanding of why this thing is there. You might want to talk to it. So what is your purpose? So, and again, you need to dig deep into finding these, why this behavior or thing happens every so often. because it's like a deja vu, because you're forgetting. So once you have grasped this situation, you know that you can predict the future, because you know this is going to happen again, but you can get away from it now, or get out of it. And so that means you are expanding your consciousness. You're becoming more aware. You're becoming more aware of your consciousness and the situations that you can observe within your existence, and then expand from them after you've done some work on them. Otherwise, some dark nights can be very dark. A lot of pain and suffering, and months or years of pain and suffering. I don't think it's necessary. If you know, if you finally know these patterns that are coming, I don't think you need to go to the next. I'm sorry. I don't think you need to go to the next phase, because it comes back. So if you know, and finally pieced it together like Humpty Dumpty, then you do the work, and the next time this period comes around, you sail right through it. You do something different, and you broke the pattern. Da-da! Because you're number one. You're the king and queen. So basically, that's all I'm going to say, is that these are cycles of rebirth. When you figured out your patterns and your cycles, your soul cycles, and therefore you'll ever expand in the next life and this life and whatever. I think I covered this enough. I'm going to wrap it up. Remember, yin yang is balance. Is in a 1D format, but balance. We get the spring equinox coming up next week. Oh yeah, March 20th. It's still 2025 if we actually look at it. But time doesn't exist anyway. It's just a question of figuring out balance, not specific time and day. It's just balancing, the balancing act. So that's next Friday. Anyway, I'm going to end there. Thank you for dropping in on this wonderful evening in Saigon. Alive and dwelling in the garden. Saigon is now. Ciao.